Hey, welcome. We're going to be talking today all about why we have that feeling that like nothing is working, and I want to share with you a really interesting viewpoint on what might help you feel like you are way more on track than you're currently thinking you are. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. My name is Tanessa Shears. I'm the creator of the Diet Makeover program. I help women reach their goal weight and their healthy weight and their ideal body by not only giving them the strategies on the foods they need to eat, because that's important, but working on what goes on up here, because it's the mindset that sustains all the changes long term. So I'm really excited you're here. Today's mini training, I want to keep a little more informal, a little more casual, but it is inspired from a consultation that I had with a new client that I had last night. And the reason I chose this topic is because I was like, I have heard this on every consultation that I've done with new clients. And so I thought it would be so important to bring this up and share, because there's a really good chance this might be you. And I mean, a lot of the women I work with come with the same concerns. Like, I don't know why I can't stay on track. I know what I need to eat. I'm really smart. I know what I should be doing, but I just don't know why I can't do it. And I just feel like nothing I do is good enough, and I feel like it's never going to be on track, and I just need help, and I'm frustrated. I need somebody to teach me how to do this. And that's where my role comes in. But I was having this consultation last night, and I like to always make sure that I have a very clear understanding of where we are. And so this might be an activity that you could do on your own at home, even while you're watching this video or after. So I like to look at a spectrum of areas related to health. And I mean, you could do this with every area in your life, but because I work with women on helping them reach their healthy weight, I keep it health food related. So I talk about foods, I talk about how they feel in their body energy-wise, how they think about their bodies, their meal planning, their exercise. This is what I like to do. And what I like to say is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the following area? And so the example would be like the foods we eat, the healthy foods we eat. All right, and then what oftentimes is I'll get, clients will give me a number in anywhere, and I'd like you to think about, like, what number, if I asked you to rate from 1 to 10, 10 being amazing and 1 being, just all over the place, messy, where are you right now when it comes to healthy eating and choosing foods that you know you should be choosing on a regular basis? I mean, if I'm choosing pizza more often, I might be closer to a 2. If I'm choosing healthy salads more often, I might be closer to a 10. All right, so I want you to think of that number. And then what I like to do is then I like to ask the reason, okay, why is that number that way? And one of the responses I got last night, which was fascinating, and I hear this all the time, is, well, I hate the struggle with myself, because like intellectually I know what I should be eating, but then I always find when it comes time to make that decision, it's a struggle. I always talk myself out of it. I find it so challenging to do what I say I'm going to do. I mean, I have the best intentions, but then I talk myself out of it very slowly, and it's very convincing, because here's the fun thing. Your brain knows exactly what it needs to say to get you to eat a cookie. It knows. It's really good because it's done it before, and it's a process that it has memorized, right? So a lot of the times I'll get that answer with clients. Well, they'll be like, well, I just can't stick to it, and it's so, I'm exhausted of the fight. I'm exhausted of the brain battle that happens all the time. And they're like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you just stay with this? Oh, I just want to stay home right now. I'm so tired. I had an exhausting day. These are the comments that I usually get, right? And so once we establish where you are right now, I always like to ask this question: what would make that a 10? So if you rated yourself a 4 or an 8 or a 6, on that scale of where you think eating healthy foods is right now, and why, what would make it a 10? And here is the answer that I got last night, and I've heard this answer so many times, and it might be yours too. I just want it to be effortless. I want to just be able to wake up and choose the salad, and I want to just get up and go to the gym. I don't want it to have it be a discussion, and I just want it to be easy. And here's the thing that I like to ask from that. Do you think that there will come a time, do you think that's possible, to just always want to go to your workouts, to always want to eat the salad that you planned on, to always want to make sure that you're keeping to either your fasting windows or the foods you chose? Do we think that 100%, that's a 10? And this is why I like to dive in with this, because we have this preconceived notion that when our life is on track and when everything is flowing and when we're at our goal weight and when we don't struggle with food anymore, that there is never going to be a struggle, that we're just going to wake up one day and want to do all of these healthy things. But what I'm here to tell you is that idea, that 10 life that we have put up on a pedestal doesn't actually exist. And her and I got into a conversation about, well, on Instagram, everyone just looks like they want to go to the gym. Everyone just looks like they're like, yes, healthy food, look at all my salad bowls and stuff like that. And yes, that's what it looks like. But then I like to ask this question. I want you to picture that account that you follow or that person that you follow. And I want you to ask yourself, now logically, if we single out one person, does it make sense that that person wakes up thrilled to go to the gym every single day? Or pick up their fork and eat their salad every single day, that they never want to eat something else? And we logically know that no, that's not true. That there are going to be days that struggle. I mean, I've been in the fitness industry and as a personal trainer and working with women for over 10 years now. And this is my passion. This is my life's work. This is what I love to do. And there are still days that I wake up and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to go to the gym. It's so cold outside. Absolutely. There are days where I walk into the kitchen and the last thing I want to do is make a big salad and eat it. Do I know it's what I want to be doing? Yes. But it doesn't mean that inner mind struggle is not there sometimes. What does happen is that conversation you have with yourself, it gets less frequent. So there are more days where you wake up wanting to go to the gym and wanting to eat healthy and wanting to feel amazing. There are more of those days, but they don't go away. So here's the thing. When we say, what does life at a 10 look like? We think it's everything's easy. And then we get frustrated when we never get there because we will never get there. A life does not exist without negative emotion and not exist without some struggle. It might become less often. And the other thing is, you might just get better at dealing with it too. Like, there are, the skills that I have now versus when I started my journey are much different. I'm able to hear that conversation in my head of, oh, you had a really hard day at work, you deserve this, it's just one, I'll start again tomorrow, Monday sounds good, why did I pack this for lunch, I just want that donut. I'm able to now hear that, and I have the skill set to make the decision that favors the life that I want, my version of a 10. But what a 10 is not is happily, thoughtlessly going through life and always eating what you plan, always doing everything right, never screwing it up, hitting every workout. That doesn't exist. So when you are setting that up as a 10, you will fail every time because that is not achievable. We are all humans with a human experience. And what that means is that some of the time there's going to be failure and there's going to be negative emotion and there's going to be struggle and there's going to be conversations in your head that you lose sometimes and some that you win. But what you get better at is standing strong for your goals and what you want to achieve. You get stronger at doing that. And because of that, it happens less often. So maybe we need to start reevaluating what a 10 looks like. Like if I say to you, what does your life at a 10 look like? What does your food intake look like? What does your exercise look like? What does your thoughts about yourself look like? What does your energy on a daily basis look like? What does your sleep look like? Maybe we need to start looking at our version of a 10 and asking ourselves, like, if I logically look at that, is that a life that is achievable? Because going after that 10, where everything is effortless, it just doesn't exist. Because I can tell you, I have many friends in the health and fitness industry, and I can tell you that even having taught it, having been an expert that helps women do this on a daily basis, having trained clients for over 10 years and taught probably over 1,000 fitness classes, I can tell you that I wake up not wanting to go to the gym. I don't want to eat my salad every day. And the fact is, we need to start looking at those accounts that we're following online that are potentially misinforming what a 10 should look like. We need to ask ourselves, either A, I need to reel in what I'm thinking and stop comparing, or you need to unfollow those accounts. And I love to follow accounts that actually show the reality of what life is like. I like them to show the raw and the inauthentic, or the authentic and the genuine and the struggles and the I completely fell off the wagon this weekend, but here's how I got back. That is realistic. Those are the skills of someone living life at a 10. not effortlessly gliding through, never experiencing struggle. Because I'm a firm believer that life as we experience it is 50% positive emotion and 50% negative. And I just think that's the split. And when we try to chase 100% happy all the time, we're always going to be disappointed. Because we have this idea that if something is negative feeling, if we're feeling stress or anxiety or something like that something's gone wrong, that is bad. But what if feeling anxiety was just that? It was just anxiety. Because I struggle. I've had generalized anxiety disorder for the last probably 8 or 9 years. I've been through treatments at hospitals. I've been on medication. I've been off medication. I've done everything under the sun to help manage that. But what I've learned is that managing your expectations of your life and knowing that 100%, 80% positive experience is just not realistic. So when I understand that, well, if 50% of the life I'm going to have experiences that are negative, I'm going to experience stress. There's unfortunately going to be negative things in our lives. Things are going to go happen. There's going to be financial issues. We might lose someone in our lives. These things are going to happen. Negative emotion does not mean something's gone wrong. Does not mean something negative has happened. It just is. And it's just something we go through. And the experience I like to share with my clients a lot of the time is that going through those negative emotions are exactly like getting sick. When you get a cold, you go, oh, here we go. And then you buckle up and you top out the 3 or 4 days where you got nose running all the time, sore throat, but you just go through it. You don't fight yourself on it because fighting yourself does not help that cold go away any faster. So you endure it. And that's all we do with negative emotion. And when we're not chasing 100% perfect all the time, we come back down to this realization that, oh my God, if I can enjoy my life here, I don't need to worry about what's over there so much. So, in a roundabout way, what I want to come back to say is that when we're evaluating where we want to go, what our goals actually look like, I want you to actually have a realistic view because there are going to be just as many problems at your goal life as there is now. They'll just be different problems. And that's okay because we grow to handle those things. But what you get better at is making decisions that align with who you want to be instead of who you are right now. So if this has resonated with you, I would love for you to hit that like button or tag somebody that would benefit from this message. And of course, if getting on one of those consult chats with me is something that is speaking to you right now and you know that you need the accountability and someone to show you your mind and expose you to your blind spots about why you're struggling or why you get a little weight off and then slide back, that is what I do. My job is not only just to tell you how to eat and the foods and what time to eat and figure out what foods your body works with. That's just the basic stuff. I need to teach you how to make better decisions. I need to teach you how to hold on to those results and create a life that you love, that is exactly what you're going to achieve, that you're not chasing some ideal that's just not going to resonate with you. So I would love for you, if that sounds like something you are like, yes, I want to talk to you. What does working together look like? I'd invite you to go to TanessaShears.com/coaching. Have a look at what working together would look like and then apply for a free chat and let's sit down and talk about what transforming your life will look like. I will talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye.